Hello, everybody. I'm here to report my fourth day of the Clean 21 program cleanse. And yes, I feel great. Been consistently feeling great since I started putting all natural, organic, healthy, mostly plant based food sources into my system. Um, I definitely no headaches, no anything. I haven't had any issues sleeping. My dreams have been becoming much more vivid over the last couple of nights. I was talking about recently that over the years I've had a lot of reoccurring dreams, but since I started this cleanse, it's very amazing, interesting that all my dreams have been extremely unique, and I have much better dream recall. So. Um, that might have to do with also not having a cocktail or two or three at night, but I definitely believe that the effects of this are starting to really become much more apparent to me. I wanted to make a comment about the digestive enzymes. These things are really cool. I've had experience using digestive enzymes before, reading online, and depending on where you buy them or what the instructions are, they say to take them on an empty stomach. And I remember when I did that, I kind of felt bloated or had some kind of weird stomach issues, bowel movement issues. But when I do it on the Clean 21 program here, I'm taking it as directed, which is with your lunch basically. So I haven't had any noticeable effects. I've lost 10 pounds so far since New Year's Eve, and that's great. Losing weight is definitely one of my main goals with this. I wanted to report that for lunch today, so cool, had a vegan mac and cheese essentially. So there's no cheese, obviously, because it's vegan, but the sauce consistency is made up of tahini. What is it? Tahini saw. I'm blanking on it all of a sudden. Tahini, butternut squash, cauliflower, onions, a little garlic, and maybe some other things that I'm forgetting at the moment. But that's all cooked in a pot, boiling, and then blend that in a Vitamix. Makes it into a consistency. Oh, and nutritional yeast. That's what adds the cheesy flavor to it. And I'll tell you that I had a feeling it was going to be good. Once I tried the sauce, it really just it got me super excited because I love mac and cheese. And I one of my goals here, which I may have mentioned before, is that I want to reduce or pretty much cut out dairy from my my routine, my eating routine. I tend to feel a lot better when I'm not eating that. I haven't had any indigestion at all since I started doing this cleanse. And yeah, the noodles were made. The pasta was a chickpea pasta, which once it was cooked up, tasted just like pasta to me. I mean, it's obviously not the same as mac and cheese, but it has the same sort of consistency, and the flavors are good. You know, I feel I've noticed that there's like a programmed response in my consciousness when I eat certain foods like this, like beets. The other day when I had some roasted vegetables, I had some beets, and the first thought in my head was like, ugh, oh, beets. But then I had to just be like, wait a minute, just check back in. How does it actually taste? And then I realized, oh, this actually tastes really good. There was just like a little playground of changing perceptions as I'm eating certain foods like this, and this vegan mac and cheese is no different. So when it comes to the pasta and everything like that, it really came out good. Also, there's roasted broccoli and Brussels sprouts as well that went into that. So the super delicious, and I ate a pretty fair amount of it. Going forward, I think it's only day 4 now, but I think going forward, I'm going to be more mindful about the portion sizes because I was pretty much full after maybe half of what I ate, but I was just, and again, this might come back to the programming thing. Like I ate it more of it. I ate the rest of it because it just tasted so good and I really liked it. But also, I think there was a program running in the background that says like, oh, this is your one meal of the day, so eat it while you can because you're not getting any other food after this. There's going to be a shake, of course, later on. But then, you know, I feel full. I feel full. Maybe a little bit more full than I have to be. But the big thing is I don't feel if I ate that same amount of food as regular mac and cheese with grain pasta and Gruyere cheese or whatever, I know I would be feeling awful. I would have to immediately just lay down on the couch and just pass out just from a coma of all the carbs and whatever that's in there. So I don't feel bad about it that I ate more than I probably needed to. But that's something I'm going to think about going forward is being mindful of, like, do I have to eat as much? I noticed that when I was doing ketogenic diet earlier. I don't think it was more as a diet as much as just a different way of eating altogether, because it's not really cutting things out. It's just that's kind of a general principle I like to think of when it comes to eating and thinking of like diets, reprogramming. It's not a diet. Instead of cutting the things out that you shouldn't have, think about it like, okay, what should I add into my system? What should I be including into my intake versus what should I be taking out? Just a little shift in glass half full way of looking at it, which I always try to do. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit less food intake going forward. What I was going to say is with the keto, that was exactly what I was doing when I first started doing keto. The idea is with keto, you can have as much meat and cheese as you want necessarily. Once you're in ketosis, you're basically metabolizing that on a regular, more even keel basis. So it's like, oh, well, you can't have the toast, you can't have the potatoes, but you can eat as many eggs as you want, as much cheese as you want, it's fine. So when I first started doing keto, I was like, okay, I'm just going to eat as much eggs, as much bacon and cheese as I want. And it was like technically health food. There's some debate about whether or not that's actually true, depending on, the type of cholesterol, LDL, HDL, I believe it is, the different kinds of cholesterol. Anyway, I started to feel like, okay, once I got into ketosis, I'm actually don't need to eat all of these eggs, even though my mind was telling me you can eat more and you think you're hungry. I started getting full a lot quicker. So I'm experiencing something similar to that with not having to take in as much food. So that's really cool. Something I wanted to also comment on is what I'm really excited to continue doing even after the cleanse, and what I am doing right now. Every morning I'm so excited to drink my water with this powdered nutrient mineral mixture in it. So like that's like really I drink a lot of water regularly. This is my beloved sacred Hydro Flask water bottle that I am very proud of with all of my cool stickers on it. I just recently added this one. This is my favorite one. I don't know if it's backwards. It's upside down. Melange, which is the spice from Dune. Anyway, I drink at least 2 of these a day. So water is very important to me, obviously. But when I first wake up in the morning now, I'm not just having straight water. I'm having water with basically all the stuff that you would get in a multivitamin in a powdered form. Wow, and it's great. Without having coffee, I've noticed, like, really acknowledged it today. I could live with or without coffee. It's not a huge thing to me. It's not a big deal. I do really enjoy coffee, but it's not like, oh my God, I can't have my coffee. What am I going to do? Now it's with this mineral water blend of nutrients and stuff first thing in the morning. That just brings me right to it. So I'm really excited about continuing that. I'm interested to know if anybody has any suggestions on what other ways to do that, because I know there's the powder that comes with the cleanse, but I'm sure there's got to be other organic things, maybe even with clean. I haven't done the research yet, but something that I can just make that a habit of every morning, having my bottle of water or my 16 ounces of water with this stuff in it, just to basically put all the antioxidants or electrolytes, really, that's what it is, into the system. I think maybe that's something also that I have been lacking on a regular basis, is just intake of electrolytes. There's a lot of new things with this cleanse that I'm taking in. I can't really just put my finger on one thing that this is what's making me feel better. I'm sure in the holistic sense of it, all of these things are making a big difference. But over the course of this cleanse, I'm just, each day I'm thinking of like one of the things that's on there, like like the digestive enzymes. There's a whole bunch of different things on here that I'm really the kind of person that does a lot of looking into and researching the things that could be best. So I want to know what it is that I'm doing. So it's a cool little practice every day of looking into all this stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling great, and I'm really, really happy to be focusing on my health. The world's so crazy. Best form of activism at this point, I've said this before, I'll say it again, is to take care of your health, take care of your mind, bring harmony to yourself. And that's really all it is. It's that simple. I do think it's that simple. We think there's a lot of complicated there are a lot of complicated problems in the world, but go figure that the solution is much more simple than we think it is. Instead of going out there trying to fix out there, go in here, fix in here first. So that's what I'm doing, and I've been talking about this for years, but I feel like doing these video logs, having a community of people to be engaging this cleanse with, doing this consistently, I'm really excited about it. I guess that's all I have to say for now. So I appreciate you being here. Definitely continue with your cleanse, and anybody out there that's working on improving your health. I am so happy to be sharing this experience of reality with you. This is the best thing that we could be doing right now. I'll leave it with one last little funny little ranked-dote here, is that in astrology, which I'm a huge fan of, to say the least, there's 12 zodiac signs, 12 constellations that the sun appears to be moving across in the sky as the year goes on. But there is actually a 13th zodiac sign. And the 13th zodiac sign, which most people have never even heard of, is called Ophiuchus. Depends on how you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Ophiuchus, but the symbol or the constellation is of a person wrangling a snake. Each zodiac sign has its own adage or dictates worldview. There's a lot of interesting things that surround what makes each sign specific and unique. So for Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign, its adage or its saying is health, the self-healer. It's the snake representing knowledge. And a lot of what Ophiuchus is about taking that knowledge that you have, integrating it into your worldview, into your daily practice, so that it becomes wisdom. That's the key. And it's funny, the number 13 has been revered as an infamous number to be scared of, an unlucky number. Friday the 13th. Oh, don't go on the 13th floor. It's funny that in the lunar calendar, there's 13 months in a year, 28 days in each month, one day left over. And of course, the 13th zodiac sign, which has been left out for, I'm sure, a number of reasons in our traditional understanding of astrology, the 13th zodiac sign representing the self-healer and learning to integrate knowledge. The saying I want to leave this with is, if you don't have your health, then what do you have? And the answer, in my personal opinion, is nothing. Nada. Zilch. You gotta have your health. We gotta take care of ourselves, and it's a lot easier than we think it is. We just gotta get over the psychology, and I'm working on that now. There's a long way to go, but that is all in our perception. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.